Welcome back to just random tarot and oracle with Renee. I thought it would be nice to get what is it, post now? Post moon? Whatever. Um, a read for after the full moon or during, whatever. I think it's just barely full. I don't know. But I figured I'd get a read for our new beginnings, our new us's, which is exciting because I think we are definitely on the verge of letting go of a lot that has been held within us for a very long time. And so I think it's really a beautiful process of learning to let go of the old you, but also welcoming the new you. It's beautiful. It really is. And I feel just freaking full of gratitude lately. Um, but I was also feeling the funk, you know what I mean? Like, yesterday I wrote down I'm feeling sick, and then, oh, because in my head I was like, I think I might be getting sick, or I hope I'm not getting sick, and then I thought, nah, it's an upgrade. So we're definitely being upgraded to like our happiest, highest selves. You know what I mean? Those who have put the work in. So go you. You know. So we've got the wastelands, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. The I've been learning this myself. I'm not very good at resting, but I have been learning to slow down and just like slow down and rest and tend to my garden. Although it feels uncomfortable and like I don't deserve it for some reason. Like I'm not allowed to rest, you know. But the wastelands. That's funny. Sustainability, slow down and tend to your garden. Like, and you see how she's laying down in this little bit of water, and the garden is her butt. But really, like, are you tending to that garden? Are you tending to yourself? The wasteland is you, bro. It's you and the neglected, the things you've been neglecting. But that's it's part of the process. Is to learn balance between those things. So, yeah. And the one on top is Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. Like, we're meant to return to one another, like, meet each other on each other's levels, in a sense. Like, we're not forcing anybody to grow past where they're meant to grow, you know? You're loving people for who the heck they are, rather than trying to judge who they are or decide who they should be, because that's up to them, you know? So, yeah, I love that. Inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings, the fertile void. The fertile void is you. And like leaning in to the beauty that is you. Is it always easy to do that? No. No, not by any freaking means is it easy to do that. So that's a couple from the Rose Oracle. Other than I have to read this one because it's sitting on top. Rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, bro. That's your birthright. Peace, sweetness of life, like surrendering to the sweetness of life. It's 11:22 on my clock, so I always feel like that's like I don't know. 11:22 is always speaking to me, but a right to your joy and the sweetness of life. Like we're awakening to the beauty of life and realizing, like, look, I have the power, I have the authority, and I just can't like get over how these two cards. There's like this is an oracle, whatever. Don't the colors like scream like um, chakras? Like you know what I mean? Like, and I can't help but notice how alike these two cards look, even though they're totally different cards, you know. But I do. I think we're coming into alignment with ourselves, and not only that, with the world. Like just like knowing that everything is kind of connected. So like the more we help ourselves, the more we sit with ourselves, the more we love ourselves, the more that ripples out to the rest of the world. You know what I mean? So really sinking into um, that gratitude for life, man. That's where you're just gonna find your happiness there. We all do, man. See, and then the Page of Cups, like this is you thinking like when pigs fly, my dreams will come true when pigs fly. This is like thinking like it can't be for you, you know, or whatever. You see how this little like love thing is in the, but that almost looks like, um, yeah, like a far off dream, like it's unattainable. He's like, no, when pigs fly. That's what you're thinking about your dreams. You're thinking, no, that can't be coming. I can't have manifested that. It can't be on its way, you know? But it is. And so it's important that you're like, what the fuck? It's important that you just like let it flow. See how these ribbons are flowing? Um, Flowing and knowing. That's what we're doing. We're flowing in the knowing, which is a beautiful process of learning to surrender and trust the flow of life, you know? But that 10 of cups, that's everything you've ever dreamed of. Everything. That's the house, the babies, the dog, the kittens, all of it. All of it, you know? And you got to know, see, the chakras are in this too, that if you sit in this knowing that you deserve it all, that you're worthy of it all, that it's going to be yours, it will be. So um, trust this process. Although it's not easy by any means, but it's a process of doing it over and over again. So like when this pattern of fear, that's what I've been noticing lately. I just saw a bunch of birds fly across my window. This pattern of fear keeps you trapped in the thinking that you don't deserve this 10 of cups, this joy, this happiness, this this peace, this serenity. You know, it keeps you, that fear keeps you in that lack mindset, which keeps you in a loop. And that's why it's important to break the cycle um, of thinking that you're not worthy of your dreams or the things that you want, because they're coming in. They may just not be in your timing, of course, because it's all divine timing, you know. And then we have the magician saying that you are the master of your life. Whatever you want to cultivate here, you can cultivate it. You just have to sit with yourself, see, all by lonesome, um, and 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 ride the loop and trust the flow. Yo, so that is truly beautiful energy, and I love it. So, um, see, and I think this is saying. So we got there's three. Perfect. Okay, so like this is saying we got the King of Cups in the reverse, and then um, the Seven of Pentacles, right? This is cultivating your that stuff. But if you keep your emotions locked up and you're not sharing them with the ones that you love, see, it's going to block. It's going to block not only your pentacles, but it's going to block your love. So it's important that you share your emotions with the ones you love, and that you're doing that. You're sharing your emotions with the one you love. Your emotions, your dreams, your pentacles. You know what I mean. You're sharing that with your loved ones. You know, like not with everybody, but with your loved ones. You've got to be letting them know how you feel, because if you don't, it's going to be blocking not only your blessings but your love. That's why it's important that you are open and vulnerable with the people you love, even though that's also hard, because then you could be, you know, rejected. But on the same note, it's truly beautiful when that doesn't happen and you allow your love and your pentacles to bloom, because you are being authentic to who you truly are. And that's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to pull one from the Tree of Life Oracle, and then I'm going to pull some of my cards, and I'm going to leave it there. The Sun, okay, 3, path, the Sun, purpose, vision, self-mastery. See, this is what we're sinking into, is this new you've been cultivating for a very long time. And I think it's hard to let go of the old you, and the fact that it's just hard to let go of that old you, thinking like you have to hold on to it because it kept you safe for so long. But now it's like you need to embrace the Sun, the new you that has become, you know what I mean? The Sun, your path, your dreams, what makes you bright as the mother effing sun. You see? So purpose, vision, self-mastery. You get to master yourself. That's what's beautiful about it, because we get to master ourselves in this lifetime. We get to say, hey, this isn't who I want to be. And you can be someone else in that instant. So I think that's beautiful. Okay. Okay. Choose to embody the energy you want to be. Choose happiness, man. Why not? Feeling is the healing. It's okay to feel. That's what I was saying. Like, stop blocking off these emotions because you need to feel them. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna block you from who you want to be. Because you weren't able to express your emotions when you were younger or back with other people, but now it's different. It's changed, and you have to know that change is here, and you're the one that allows that change to be. I hope that makes sense. Um, so feeling is a healing. We need to sit on our feelings. Draw, paint, creativity, but don't let your feelings. My friend actually said this the other day. I don't want to shout her out, but that don't let your feelings run you. Like, choose to feel your feelings, but don't let those feelings run your life, because that's important. Draw, paint, tap into your creativity. Someone wants you to doubt yourself, and that's just because they doubt themselves, and what you're doing is a reflection of what they wish they could do, and that's okay. It's part of the process. It's important to send those people love. Um, Third party, people pleasing. This is what I like about this card, is because it's not always like a third party, like a person, right? People pleasing, narcissism, insecurities. This is that fear telling you that they're going to hurt you, they're going to do these things that other people did to you. That's to keep you stuck in a past loop of fear. You know, insecurities, threat of overdependence, the communication breakdown, bro. This is not communicating your needs or what you want out of life with the people you love, you know? Um, the inferior complex, perfectionism, perfect relationship fantasy. That too, we all get caught up in this fantasy that people are supposed to be perfect, or you know what I mean. But there's going to be arguments, and there's going to be things that take you each other out of your heart space, and where you're talking with your egos instead of your heart. So it's important to realize when you're doing that and say, hey, we've got things we need to talk about. You know, be happy here now. Hashtag presence. How can you do that more today? Be honest. The best way, Ave. It's not about how many steps you take. It's about enjoying each one. Definitely. How can you enjoy your steps today? Each and every one you take. How can you be grateful for each and every one? Master your body and your mind will follow. Hashtag temple. Hoot hoot owl. Are you listening? All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm super grateful for each and every one of you, and I'm setting the intention that this reaches whoever it needs to reach, and I hope you guys have a great day.